guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to do a little drugstore get ready with me slash tutorial. I'm still not really sure what I want to do with my face. That's why it's kind of more of a get ready with me rather than a tutorial. But I will definitely be using everything drugstore because, you know, not everyone is able to like spend that hard-earned coin on like at Sephora and just walk in and be like, oh, I like this, and yours truly definitely doesn't have that coin either. So yeah, let's just get started and I don't know, sit back, relax, and just let's get ready. So this might be actually also a little bit of a first impressions because there's a few products that I haven't really used that often, maybe like once or twice, and it was kind of a long time ago. So yeah, this video may include a few first impressions. So the first thing I'm going to use is primer. I've already moisturized my face, and the primer I'm choosing today, well, is the only drugstore primer I have because I have another one but it's more high-end, so I couldn't include it in this video. But the one I have here is the CoverGirl True Blend face primer, and this one is for oily skin. I believe they do have one, or they have three different ones. They have this one for oily skin, then they have one for combo skin, and then they have one for dry skin. So let's see, I already shook the bottle. Oh, it's really liquidy. It's more runny than I thought. As you can see, it's pretty runny. Oh, it's like going everywhere. Let's see how this does. It feels like it's like a milky consistency. This one is a first impression, as you can tell, because I got it, but I think I've only used it once a long time ago, so I don't really remember. Oh my gosh. One thing I can already see is kind of messy because, like, as you can see, it's like kind of like dripping everywhere because it's so runny. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's more runny than I expected. Let's just blend this in. I kind of pretty much put it all over the face because I'm oily everywhere. But I'm definitely going to focus it on my T-zone, especially on my nose area. This is where I'm the most oily, right here on my nose and around my nose. It doesn't feel bad on the skin. It feels really smooth. It honestly feels like I'm applying lotion. That's honestly what it feels like. It feels like a very liquidy lotion. I feel like on camera it's showing more of a white cast than it does in real, like in person. Because as I look in the mirror, I don't really see a white cast, but now that I look into the viewfinder, I see kind of like as if like my, I don't know, it just has this weird white cast. But I don't think it mattified me. It maybe just a little bit. Pores, they kind of look the same. And yeah, I think, let's see if maybe it controls oil throughout the day. It says designed for your unique skin type, True Blend primer for oily skin minimizes shine breakout, and creates a smooth canvas for perfect foundation application. Now that it's setting, I feel like it is mattifying a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is brows, and today I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Espresso. So I'm just gonna fill in my brows as I normally would. This one is not a first impression. I've used this quite often already, and it's one of my favorite drugstore brow pencils. So okay, so these are what my brows look so far. I'm going to touch them up a little bit later after I do my foundation, because I like to do my brows first, then do my foundation and touch them up a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. That's just how I function. So next thing we're going to apply is a foundation. Today I actually decided to switch it up a little bit since I always use kind of like the same foundation all the time. Normally I use the Revlon Color Stay foundation for oily skin, but today I decided to use the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse foundation, and this one is in the shade Dark Cocoa. Alright, here it is on the back of my hand. And to kind of stick with the theme of drugstore, instead of using my beauty blender today, I'm going to use the Real Techniques sponge. I already wet. It's already wet and good, ready to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pat, pat, pat. One thing I have to say though, I feel like this one kind of soaks up product a little bit more than the beauty blender. But the weird thing is I have two of these, and this one is way squishier than the other one I have. The other one I have, the second one I bought, is a little more tough. Doesn't have as much as give as this one. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. I would say that with the sponge, this foundation has a natural finish and I would say a light coverage. It definitely does even out the skin tone, but I wouldn't say it has a lot of coverage per se. Maybe it is buildable. Again, this is one of the products that I've only used like once or twice, so I don't really remember how it works, if it works like how I like or not. Because as you know, I prefer more mattifying foundations because I'm really oily, and I think this one is for like normal skin, normal combination skin. I don't think it has any mattifying property per se. That's why I used a mattifying primer prior to this. I just went in with half a pump just to build up over the areas I want, especially on my cheeks here where I have hyperpigmentation from my blemish scars. I'm going in with a brush. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Honestly, the Real Techniques brushes are so good. They're really affordable and they work wonders. And I can already tell that I definitely get a little bit more coverage by using a brush rather than the sponge. Okay. Next thing is concealer. This one is something I've used before. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this one is in the shade Espresso. I love it because it is super affordable. It's like $3-4 here where I live, and it has a nice matte finish. It is a decent coverage. I would say it has a medium buildable coverage, and it comes in a ton of shades, even in some color correcting shades. Oh yeah, I'm definitely running out. I have to like squeeze from the bottom for product to come out. Does it ever happen to you when you like squeeze and nothing comes out and you're like scared because you know that at some point you're gonna like press too hard and it's just gonna like squirt out like a little blob that is like, and you're like, oh, it's too much. I'm going to go in again with the same brush just to buff it out at first, and then I'm going to go in with the beauty blender just to make sure that everything is blended nicely. Okay, to set under the eyes, I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder. This one is in the color Honey Beige. It is a lighter powder. I like the consistency, but it doesn't come in many shades. So I use this one. This is the darkest one I could find. I'm not sure if there are darker shades than this one, but I use this one just to set under the eyes. It does give an airbrushed kind of finish, and I really like it. It's a shame because I would like to use it on the rest of my face as well, but it's too light for the rest of my face, but it works just fine. For my under eye, for the rest of the face, I'm using another Maybelline product. This is a newer one, and it is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This one is in the color 40 Dark. I'm going to use it to set the rest of my face because it's a darker powder compared to the Dream Wonder one. And I do like this one because it doesn't really cake up. But then again, I don't really use like a whole lot of it because I like to use it with a fairly dense brush. This is the Real Techniques, the name rubbed off, but I believe it's called the buffing brush. And I honestly love this brush. This is another one of my top favorite brushes. To contour, they don't really make a contour for dark people, so we're gonna like cheat a little bit, and I'm going to use the NYX Love Contours All palette. And this is actually kind of like it's more of a eyeshadow slash contour palette. And honestly, is it really cheating? Because this shade over here, it is dark enough to contour me. I generally like to mix this shade and this shade together to contour my face when I do contour, because I honestly don't even contour that often. But I'm gonna do it today because why not? Even if I do contour, it's nothing like crazy anyway. So this is definitely a more of a cool toned contour. As you can see, it's not really warm, but it works. So I guess we'll just work with that. My camera shut off because it was getting overheated. So in the meantime, what I did, I just touched up my brows off camera. So where did I left off? Blush. For blush today, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me blush, and this one is in the color Berry. It is a very pretty berry color. It's honestly a very pretty blush. It's not super out there, which I like, but it still gives that nice, it just adds that nice pop of color. Time for a highlighter. Probably some of y'all already know if you watch my previous videos, but the highlighter I'm using today is the Maybelline Master Chrome Highlighter, and this one is in the color 100 Molten Gold. If you guys already know, like if you guys have seen my previous videos, or if you have used this yourself, you know that this is straight up just blinding. There's no like just a little bit just to like settle glow. No, as soon as this is on the cheek, it's like, girl, we out here. Like, what? Come on, Maybelline. I feel like honestly Maybelline has been stepping their game up recently, and I think they might be becoming my favorite drugstore brand. Just saying. Alright, now that we are ready to blind everyone on site, we are ready to move on to the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to use, surprise surprise, Maybelline once again, and this one is the City Mini palette, and this one, they have a bunch of different ones, and this one is the Chill Brunch Neutrals. I'm going to use this lilac, this light lilac kind of color, and I'm just going to put it kind of all over the eye as a base. Also for the as an eye primer, I kind of use the LA Girl concealer. I like to use that both as a primer and a concealer because it's really nice, as it's pretty mattifying and it doesn't really crease, so I like to use it as an eye base as well. I'm just going to pat this all over the eye just as a base. I'm going to grab this darker lilac, kind of like purple color down in the corner here, and I'm going to use it in the outer V of the eye to kind of smoke out the look. And I'm grabbing it with kind of like a flat brush. This one is the BH Cosmetics 119 brush. And I'm just going to place it out here in the outer V. I'm just going to deposit it here first with this brush and then blend it out with a blending brush. It's actually pretty pigmented. As you can see, like I really like pat it a few times on the brush and it has picked up a lot of color. And now I'm just going to grab a blending brush. This one is the Morphe S21 brush, and with just a tiny bit of product, I'm just going to blend out the outer wing here and just making sure that there's no harsh edges. And I'm going to like drag it out a little bit in the outer corner here just to have a little bit more of a pulled out look so that it looks a little bit more dramatic and winged out. Honestly, fall is my favorite season because I've kind of, I don't know, there's just something about fall where I feel like I kind of go all out when it comes to makeup, especially in the month of October. I really like these shadows. They're so nice and blendable. They're blending really, really nicely. Okay, and we have a nice smoky eye. Okay, what I'm going to grab next is this kind of cool toned bronzy color right here in the top, at the top of the palette, with a Real Techniques, I believe it's a domed eyeshadow brush. The name is once again rubbed off, so I don't remember the name, but I believe it's the domed eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to place it at the center of the lid. I'm going to try it dry first without wetting the brush. This is a kind of like a shimmery color, and honestly I'm not super into shimmers, but you know, yellow, it's really pretty. On its own it's not, well, even in the pan it doesn't look like it's super shimmery, at least not as much as the one next to it, but it does have a nice shimmer to it. It's not super, like, I wouldn't say it's glittery per se, but it has a nice shimmer to it. I'm actually going to mix this bronzy color right here with this golden color in the bottom corner, because I feel like this one alone is a little bit too cool. I want to add a little bit more of a pop of color with this one, because this one on its own, on my skin tone, it's pretty subtle, this one. So adding this one, let's see if it can bring a little bit more of a pop. Oh yeah, definitely. And for the inner corner of the eyes, I'm just going to grab the golden color on its own, just to add a highlight right here. Oh my gosh, these are definitely pigmented. It's not playing around, Bendy, ain't it? Next thing I'm going to do is eyeliner, and oh my gosh, this video I swear is not sponsored by Maybelline. They don't know they exist, but you guessed it, it's another Maybelline product. This one is the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner, and this in the color Blackest Black. I'm just going to use an angled brush just to do a wing. Hopefully it will turn out good. I don't use gel liners often. I am more of a liquid liner or a pencil liner, but honestly I also like the gel liner formulas because a lot of them are more long lasting. And I might get out of focus here, be warned, because I really need to get into the mirror for when I do my eyeliner, so please bear with me. And I have used this gel liner before and I really like it. It's definitely a very pigmented black, and it does last pretty much all day without crumbling or smudging, so that's definitely good. I don't even know why I'm trying to talk while I'm doing my eyeliner, to be honest. Okay, so it took a little bit of struggle, but I made it. I think I've achieved decent badass wings, if I do say so myself. They're honestly just decent. I tried, okay? I tried. Next thing for lashes, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. A lot of people are referring to it as the dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara. Honestly, even the packaging pretty much looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. The one I have is in Blackest Black, and it's the waterproof formula. Anything I use on my eyes, I always use waterproof or something that is like long lasting, just because my eyes can get kind of watery and my eyelids are oily, so they get oily throughout the day. So anything that I use, especially if I have to go out, has to be waterproof. I honestly really like this mascara. I don't know if you can really see the difference on camera, but it is giving my lashes, like the wand itself, it does look like the Better Than Sex mascara, and it is giving my lashes volume, but at the same time it's not clumping them together like crazy, which is what I like, because honestly I don't like super clunky lashes. This is not giving me that, which is good. Next thing is fake lashes. I have this last pair that I have from Kiss Lashes, and this one are in the they don't really have a name. They're just called number 11. That's another thing I'm not really good not really a pro at, is putting on eyelashes. I honestly do not know how Desi puts them on in like one go. She literally, all she does is just look down like this, and then she goes like, and they're on. And I'm like, girl, how? What kind of sorcery? Okay, not too bad. Not with the second one. Holy damn. I feel like the struggle was real enough with just one eyelash. Alright, you guys, the struggle hasn't been this real in a while, but I made it. And finally, it is time for lips. I feel like I want to do a kind of bold lip. I mean, when don't I do a bold lip? Actually, in the last look I didn't do a bold lip, so I'm proud of myself for that. So for lips, I'm using two different NYX Soft Matte lip cream. Oh my gosh, such a mouthful. Okay, Soft Matte Lip Creams. This one is in the color Transylvania, and it's a very like cool toned deep purple color, and this one is in the color Copenhagen, and it's in more of a deep berry kind of color. So I'm going to outline my lips with the darker one, the color Transylvania. Ooh, such a beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful color. Ooh, this color is so pretty. And all the NYX lip creams all smell like cake batter. It's just so good. It just smells so good. It almost makes me want to eat them. Oh, come on, Vampy. Yeah. I'm actually running out of this one. That's how much I like this color. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon. So the last thing left to do pretty much is just setting spray. For setting spray today, I'm using the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. This one is pretty much on the pricier side of Drugstore, but it's still considered a drugstore. So I'm pretty sure they sell this, I would say like in the States they sell this like at Target and stuff like that. So it's still a drugstore, right? It says it's a hydrating, antioxidant, and pore tightening fixing mist that you can apply before makeup to extend makeup wear, after makeup to set makeup and add a soft focused finish, or anytime to refresh makeup, hydrate, and balance the skin. I wouldn't say it's a super fine mist. Definitely shake well before you use this and hold it fairly away from your face because it's not a super fine mist. That's the only thing I don't like. It does feel pretty wet on the skin, as you can see. I do look pretty wet. So you might want to like fan yourself with something right after. And this is pretty much the finished look. I feel like very Insta Baddie, if you know what I mean. Well, okay, I'm feeling myself. Oh yeah, okay. Are we peeping the highlight? Are we? Okay. Oh, I'm really liking how this turned out. I honestly didn't even think I was going to do a bold look. I thought I was going to do more of everyday, but as you can see, it didn't turn out that way. I didn't do an everyday look. I did more of a Insta Baddie, if you will. I hope you guys liked how this makeup look turned out. How do you guys like it? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and definitely let me know what do you think about it. Like, how am I Insta Baddie yet? Yeah, am I? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a like, and yeah, don't forget to also click on the little bell so that you can receive notifications for when I upload my videos, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.